way you clean them. Introducing Dawn Platinum Easy Squeeze. It's a new upside-down bottle with no cap. You just grab and squeeze. Platinum's upgraded, more powerful formula breaks down and removes grease 4 times faster. Huh, nice. No flip, no mess. Platinum is also a go-to grease cleaner for your sink, your countertops, and to pre-treat stains on laundry. Faster, easier. New Dawn Platinum Easy Squeeze. Flip the way you clean dishes.
Before we go, check out Tori Spelling's Picture Perfect photo shoot with her pet, Wilbur the piggy puppy. Wilbur just turned 2 on Christmas, and in case you were wondering, Tori's just casually reading a book about financial independence.
Why not, Tori?
Exactly.
I think that's the perfect thing for
Absolutely.
you. Donnie, please come back tomorrow.
Happening now.
Some in the Windcrest community in shock after learning a member of this church stole over $600,000 over time. You'll hear what they had to say coming up.
The wind is whipping and a cold front is moving through as we speak. We'll talk about temperature changes in just a bit.
It's a challenge to buy a new car these days, so you're going to want one that's worth the wait. Coming up, Consumer Reports' top picks for cars, trucks, and SUVs. The news at 5 starts right now.
We warned you it could happen, and it has. We have breaking news of yet another grass fire in South Bexar County.
Now, all while a red flag warning remains in effect. Now, this one is happening south of 281 and 1604, right near the Atascosa County line.
And that's where Patty Santos has been gathering information for us. Patty, what can you see right now from there?
Yeah, we can tell you the wind is really whipping out right now, but we want to show you where this is happening. This is called the Whispering Wind Community. You can see the fire trucks right back there. The road has been closed off. There's about 2 other streets that follow, and you could see some of the smoke back there. We know that there's about 25 acres that is burned. This is about 30 minutes ago, so this information obviously needs to be updated, but the latest information is that 25 acres are burned, possibly one structure that burned down. And we want to show you here on the side, you see how brown everything is and how dry everything is. Well, this is a perfect opportunity for that fire to continue to spread. The people that live just north of this fire right now are really keeping a close eye on what's going on out there. They're even watering their lawns right now, making sure that the flames don't spread to their homes and to their yards. We're going to continue to stay here on the scene and bring you more information as we get it. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Patty, thank you. And there's a reason why Patty's story sounds so familiar, and that's because there was another grass fire this past Tuesday, and that one was 12 miles from the fire where Patty was just at. The winds really made this a lot worse. They spread flames towards the V Espada apartments near 281 and Mission Grande.
Those flames also came close to Gallardo Elementary. Firefighters able to get control of the fire, but in both that situation and today's situation, the wind is the problem. Let's bring in meteorologist Katie Blake. Katie, it seems like we've had a lot of wind days like this.
Yes, the wind is part of the equation today. You saw in Patty's live shot there just how dry all of the grass and other vegetation is. That's because our drought situation has been getting worse and worse over the last several months. So we've got the drought, we've got the winds that are whipping currently, and very low humidity. All of that put together has us under a red flag warning today. If you're not sure exactly what this is, it's also referred to as a fire weather warning. Basically, it just means weather conditions are prime for fires to start and spread easily. And again, a big component of that is the wind. Our winds are gusting now between about 30, even close to 40 miles per hour in some locations. And it will be staying gusty for the rest of the night all the way into Friday morning. Now, as we get into tomorrow morning, our air temperatures will fall to near freezing for a lot of us. So pair that with gusty winds and you will want to bundle up for the start of your Friday. I'll have that forecast for you coming up here in just a few minutes.
All right, Katie, thank you. And right now, San Antonio police need your help to find that missing girl who you see right there on your screen. Her name is Angelina Medina. She's 15. She was last seen on Merida Street. She was wearing a hoodie with the words Marshall High School on it. If you know where she is, you have any information on her whereabouts, call SAPD's Missing Persons Unit. That number is at the top of your screen there in the red. It's 210-207-7660.
We have another child porn investigation underway. The Texas Department of Public Safety now looking for these two people.
Yeah, we have 31-year-old Jose Tovar Jr. and 30-year-old Desiree Lynn Mrazek. Now, both of them face several charges, including possession of child pornography and aggravated sexual assault of a child under the age of 6.
Tovar also faces charges of promotion of child pornography. Mrazek is accused of bestiality and failing to report an aggravated sexual assault of a child. If you have any information on the whereabouts of these two, you can call an office called the Texas Fusion Center that's accepting all the information on these criminal activities. 866-786-5972.
Still no answers, even though she's been missing for almost 2 months. We're talking about 3-year-old Lena Keel. And now Crime Stoppers in the Islamic Center of San Antonio are offering a combined $170,000 for any information into her disappearance.
Lena was reported missing from her Northwest Side apartment complex back in late December. She was last seen at a playground there. The San Antonio Police Department and other groups have been searching for the little girl, but so far nothing has turned up, no clues. If you have any information, you could be eligible for that increased reward. You could call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP.
And now one woman is going to jail for stealing from really the last place that you'd expect. Church. Happened in Windcrest, and people in that community are telling Japhanie Gray that they still can't believe it.
I can't speak for the church or the victims, but that's got to be a big betrayal to them.
I think that it's really bad that someone would do that, but I'm glad that they actually admitted to it.
People we spoke with in Windcrest are still in disbelief after learning about the massive theft that took place over time at the New Creation Christian Fellowship Church. The church's executive committee learned that church member Lavelle Wilson was stealing money from 2 accounts she was in charge of managing. The Bexar County District Attorney's Office says since 2014, Wilson stole over $667,000 and spent the money on a trip to Hawaii, upscale restaurants, personal loans, and more.
Pretty selfish thing to do. I mean, that's basically taking money out of the offering plate. That's heartbreaking to know that she's out, basically trying to get caught.
Sean Hurtado says he hopes the congregation can bounce back.
I get kind of sad when I see these types of activities happen within the church, because when that gets put out there to the community, I think it sheds Christianity in a negative light.
We've reached out to the church for comment and have yet to get a response. However, they did release this statement saying, quote, "We appreciate the Bexar County District Attorney's Office for their diligence in prosecuting this case," end quote. Wilson will now spend the next 7 years behind bars.
When she emerges back into society, hopefully she puts her best foot forward and learns from her past mistakes.
Wilson pled guilty to theft and misapplication of fiduciary property. She's waiting to be transferred from the Bexar County Jail to a state facility. In Windcrest, Japhanie Gray, KSAT 12 News.
A woman is okay after her house took a bullet this morning. Her neighbor says she was lucky. That might not have been the case had her TV been sitting in a different place. According to SAPD, at around 7 in the morning, the woman was at her west side apartment on Oncasa Walk near Castroville Road when a stranger showed up. That person asked for someone by name. The woman said she didn't know them. The suspect left, but then the unexpected visit didn't stop there. They ended up firing gunshots while driving away. One bullet went through a window. Then a neighbor who overheard the commotion went to go check on her.
She was standing at the door and the TV was in front of her. If the bullet wouldn't have hit the TV, it would have hit her.
Investigators say the shooter drove off in a dark-colored SUV, and at last check, that person has not been found.
A bicyclist now in the hospital after a driver hit him this afternoon. That crash happened at the intersection of Bandera Road and New Gilboa. Now, San Antonio police say the SUV hit another vehicle first. It went spinning onto a sidewalk, and that's exactly when it hit a man on a bike, which knocked him into a ditch. That victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Investigators say that the driver is going to be tested now to see if he was under the influence of anything, and that outcome is going to determine whether this turns into a criminal case.
2 people sent to the hospital after a rollover crash last night. It happened around 10 on Mainland Drive near Bandera Road. Police say a truck and another vehicle collided. That caused the truck to roll off the road. Both the driver and the passenger of the truck have some minor injuries. We're told alcohol, though, was not a factor in this case. We want to check on the local COVID-19 numbers. Metro Health reporting 404 new cases, 10 new deaths. The 7-day average is now 655. There are 553 COVID patients in the hospital. 155 are in the ICU. 83 are on a ventilator.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton and U.S. Representative Beth Van Dyne want to end the requirement that you have to wear masks on planes. They're suing the Biden administration to end that mandate.
The lawsuit argues the mandate imposes a restriction on travelers' liberty interests and that the CDC doesn't have the authority to keep the mandate in place. That mandate is set to expire, though, on March 18th, unless it's extended.
Now, good news now, if you need a job, San Antonio's new training, education program, SA Ready to Work, is now ready to go. Voters, approved using sales tax dollars to fund the program back in November of 2020. And today, City Council approved a half dozen contracts for that program. And that's basically clears the way for it to officially start running in April. And the goal here is to enroll 28,000 San Antonians into certification or college degree programs for in-demand fields.
Every city in the country is working on ways to fill the skills gap. They have jobs available and workforce that is not trained for those particular jobs. San Antonio is doing something at a scale here that is unprecedented.
But here's the thing. This program is only for people who live in San Antonio and come from households that earn less than 2.5 times the federal poverty level, which is roughly $34,000 a year per person. To pre-register, you can call 311.
Also at today's meeting, council members adjusted the permitted hours for exterior construction work on buildings. And what that means is that your neighbor's noisy renovations should not be waking you up in the morning or keeping you from a good night's sleep anymore. The city used to allow work as early as 6 a.m. and as late as 10 p.m. on weekdays. Now that can only happen between 7 a.m. and 8 p.m. And those hours are narrowed even further on the weekends. District 9 Councilman John Courage had pushed for that change.
This was a joint effort by developmental services, by people in the community, by my office, by many builders and contractors who came together to develop this new policy, and I think it's well-deserved and well-needed.
The ordinance provides some exceptions for pouring concrete and limited machinery and equipment repairs. Contractors also can get special permission from the city to work outside of those normal hours, but they have to give nearby neighbors at least 3 days warning.
All right, now we're going to take a live look outside to give you an update on the traffic situation. This is US 90 at 36th, where you can see the traffic is kind of flowing slow in both directions there. So it's just a warning that if that happens to be on your route, on your way home or on your way to visit someone, you should just keep in mind that you should probably take an alternate route. So this here is for anyone who wants to buy a home. Sorry to tell you, but mortgage rates are going up yet again. The average 30-year fixed mortgage is now 3.92%. All right, so that's up from last week and now the highest since the summer of 2019.
And gas prices are also going up. The statewide gas price average is $3.22 a gallon, according to AAA.
That's up 7 cents from last week and almost $1 more a gallon compared to this time last year. But before you complain, keep in mind it could be a lot worse because Texans are actually paying the lowest prices in the country. Listen to this. In California, gas is averaging to more than $6 a gallon.
We are lucky. Coming up, we're talking new cars.
Vroom, vroom.
If you're on the hunt for a new vehicle, the top items on your list are probably dependability and safety, maybe gas mileage. Coming up, we're going to break down the 2022 list of top-rated vehicles to help you narrow down your search.
There's a lot happening today, so stay with us because KSAT News at 6, on KSAT News at 6, we're talking about a major drug bust. Police discovered millions of dollars worth of drugs in the valley, and it's part of a larger pattern here. We're going to discuss what that means for your safety. Also, name change alert. The group that you know as the South San Antonio Chamber of Commerce is going to go by a new name, and the reason why is going to make you happy. That's at 6.
New at 5, the best new cars, trucks, and SUVs. And Buying one, though, is tough right now.
That's right. So if you're in the market, or you will be soon, you want something worth waiting and, of course, paying for. Consumer Reports just released a list of top picks. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz has the story.
First, there are the 50-plus road tests. Then Consumer Reports factors in reliability data, owner satisfaction, and safety to come up with its top cars, trucks, and SUVs.
All of our top picks come with standard forward collision warning and automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection. These safety features have been proven to save lives. And new for this year, top picks are also required to have standard highway speed automatic emergency braking.
If your budget is less than $25,000, CR says the Nissan Sentra is low cost, high value. The Honda Accord is their definitive family car with impressive gas mileage. Even stingier on the gas, the Toyota Prius. It gets you 52 miles to the gallon.
The Prius and Prius Prime plug-in hybrid are the benchmark among hybrids. In fact, the Prius has been one of our top picks for 19 years.
If you prefer an SUV, Nissan's Rogue Sport is top pick for less than $25,000. Bigger budget SUVs include the 3-row Kia Telluride, the Lexus RX, and Toyota's RAV4 Prime plug-in hybrid. If you want to really go green, they say the Ford Mustang Mach-E is a fun drive with SUV versatility. And for truck lovers, the Honda Ridgeline gets their top pick, American-made and a good fit for the commuter, family chauffeur, and weekend warrior. Availability remains an issue and prices keep on climbing. They're up more than 12% over last year. On the bright side, your trade-in is worth more too. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
So if you're driving outside and your car is moving around a little bit, probably the wind, not the tires.
This is true, although it is a beautiful day out right now, 57 degrees. Our Katie Blake here is here to tell us more about what we can expect for the rest of the week. Katie.
Well, we've got some big changes coming in the overnight hour, so go ahead, get ready to text your friends and family if they've not been paying attention to the weather forecast. They're going to want to know about how things will be changing overnight. So our preliminary high temperature today in San Antonio was 76. We've already dropped into the 50s from there, so things are already starting to get a bit colder. And as a cold front fully pushes through south central Texas later tonight, we'll have wind chills in the morning in the 20s for a lot of us. Our air temperatures will be closer to freezing, but when you factor in a lingering breeze tomorrow morning, it'll feel more like the 20s. So some big changes are underway as we speak. Check out the spread in temperatures across the area. It's 50 in Kerrville, 71 in Pleasanton, and still in the low 80s down in LaSalle County in Cotulla. Look at Texas. I love it when Texas looks like a rainbow popsicle. That's how you know big weather changes are underway. They're close to freezing in Amarillo, 57 here, and then as warm as 84 in Corpus Christi. So a strong cold front is moving through the Lone Star State. Didn't produce a whole lot of rain across Texas, but there's been a lot of severe weather across parts of the deep south well to our east because of this cold front. For us, we've just got a few lingering clouds, and we'll keep your skies mostly clear this evening and into the overnight hours. Let's talk low temperatures through tomorrow morning. A lot of us will get very close to freezing, including places like Hondo here in San Antonio, Bexar County, and up I-35 to New Braunfels. So if you would like to play it safe and go ahead and cover any sensitive vegetation, I've got a couple of little flowers that I just planted a couple days ago. I'm going to go ahead and cover those, bring them into the garage because we're going to be very close to freezing in and around San Antonio. Places like Cotulla, Beeville, you'll be in the mid to upper 30s. And then the hill country, you have the best chance to drop below freezing overnight with your low temperatures in the upper 20s. Lingering breeze through tomorrow morning. This time tomorrow afternoon, though, tomorrow evening, we will be sitting pretty mostly sunny skies, and we'll see our temperatures tomorrow top out for a lot of us upper 50s, low 60s. So it will be a lot cooler tomorrow as compared to what we saw today. Looking at the weekend here, we'll start you off near freezing again Saturday morning, mid 60s on Saturday afternoon. A few more changes on Sunday, second half of the week, and a few more clouds, a bit more of a breeze, and also a little more humidity by Sunday. Our dew point numbers will be staying very low behind the cold front that is moving through currently through the first half of the weekend. They'll start to climb on Sunday, and then early next week we'll feel a bit more muggy before yet another front comes through late Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. So tonight, gusty. Staying gusty, our winds will be sustained 10 to 20 miles per hour. Temperatures falling into the 40s. First thing tomorrow morning, it will feel like the 20s for a lot of us. So please bundle up in the morning and get ready for a cool end to the work and school week. A bit warmer by the end of the weekend, and then some rain chances coming in next week. We'll keep our fingers crossed there, guys.
You got it, Katie. Thank you.
All right, 2 words. Go DeJounte.
Yeah, headed to the All-Star game for the very first time in his career. His rest of his teammates get a little bit of an All-Star break now after a big win last night in Oklahoma City where they really had to hold off the Thunder down the stretch. And what are the odds DeJounte gets to be the All-Star MVP? We'll tell you coming up. Our San Antonio Spurs headed to the All-Star break after going 3-2 in the first half of the rodeo road trip that included a win last night in Oklahoma City. After a bit of a slow start, the Spurs found their shot, scoring 24 points in the final 7 minutes of the first quarter. Keita Bates-Diop finds Lonnie Walker the fourth for the three. Devin Vassell from the corner connects on his own three, and the Spurs have their first double-digit lead of the game. The Thunder, playing shorthanded due to injuries, take the lead back briefly, though. Vassell sparks a 10-0 Spurs run with this three, and a little later on, how about a 12-0 run that included Josh Richardson's first basket as a Spur since he was traded to the Silver and Black, and it's a 73-58 Spurs lead at the half. Spurs go cold in the third quarter when just 3 baskets made in the final 7 minutes and 42 seconds. In fact, they were held to just 16 points in the third, and as a result, the Spurs are only up 8 going into the fourth quarter. That's when Keldon kicks in. He gets into the lane, finishes with the basket and the foul. He led the Spurs with 22. Right behind him, Jakob Poeltl had a 20 plus a career-high 17 rebounds to push the Spurs back up to a 16-point lead. The Spurs hold off another Thunder rally to win it, 114-106. As a result of the win, Pop moves into second place ahead of Lenny Wilkins for the most regular season wins in NBA history, and now just 3 wins away from breaking Don Nelson's record.
Well, I'm happy for him. It's a long road trip, and the last game of that trip was tough. Everybody wants to go home, and so I thought they hung in there pretty good. Did a good job against a really well-coached, aggressive OKC team.
It wasn't a perfect game by any means. A little bit back and forth, but most importantly, in the end, we pulled out the win. Like, there was some stretches where we let go a little bit, and it shouldn't happen. But like I said, the win's a win, and we're happy about that.
It is. Now DeJounte Murray is headed to Cleveland for the start of the NBA All-Star Weekend after he's named as an injury replacement for Draymond Green for his first ever All-Star appearance. Set for setting new franchise record for triple doubles with 15. Murray will suit up for Team Durant. The rest of the team will have 9 days until their next game. And if you're asking, he has 80-1 odds to be the All-Star MVP. And congratulations to former Spur DeMar DeRozan, who passed one of Wilt Chamberlain's records. The now Chicago Bulls scored 38 points on 59% shooting last night in the Bulls' 125-118 win over the Sacramento Kings, making DeMar the first player in NBA history to score 35 points from shooting better than 50% from the field in 7 consecutive games. Wilt still had 2 streaks of 6 games in a row, the last one in 1963. So he has seen a resurgence of his career after his sign and trade deal with the Spurs.
All right, good for him.
You got it.
Good stuff. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're now correcting a story that we brought to you at the top of the show. The 2 people that you see on your screen are Jose Tobar Jr. and Desiree Lynn Mrazek. Turns out the Texas Department of Public Safety, they're not looking for them because they're already in custody on child porn charges.
So what the state wants you to do is to call if you or your children have had contact with them at 866-786-5972.
See you at 6.